Yes, people, greetings, Truth Hitman here, and I'd just like to share with you a debate that took place between me and a brother named Adrian Scott on the 28th of June 2021 of this year. This video isn't to disrespect Adrian. It's not to undermine him or belittle him in any way. It's just sharing with you a debate that took place between me and Adrian. He's a cool brother from what I've seen on Facebook, but I find him to be a bit naive or disingenuous on certain topics, issues, and because this is social media, and his post is still in the public domain, with our debate on it, I would like to share with you my version of what actually happened, and you can judge for yourselves. Adrian Scott, he was my Facebook friend. I don't know him in real life, but he was my Facebook friend. But at the end of the debate, his reaction was to delete me. So we are no longer Facebook friends, all because of difference of opinion. I didn't disrespect him. I didn't try to undermine him. I was trying to be respectful as I could, and you will see, no matter how you tread on, no matter how many eggshells you tread on, from when you're telling the truth, you're going to offend somebody, because that's what truth does. Truth causes division because it has no partiality. It doesn't take sides. It just tells it as it is, innit? And the truth isn't really popular. But anyway, I'll go on. This is his post, yeah. And remember, this happened on the 28th of June of this year. And I'll tell you why that date is significant, right? I'll tell you why at the end, right? Let me go on. This is what he wrote, yeah? A lot of ifs in there, innit? Which is hypothetical. But this is his post, and attached to his post is a picture of himself with a hoodie that's got a message on it that says, "Humanity is my race. Love is my religion. Peace is my weapon." Now, I disagree with this slogan, because I see it as, based on my experience in life and the depth of study that I've done, and things that I know, I disagree with this slogan, because when first of all, humanity is my race, that just avoids the race issue and certain things that happen in society. When a person says, "I don't see color," do you know what I mean? But you don't see color till someone says black people should have reparations. Then all of a sudden, we're not of the same race. Because if humanity is my race, yeah, then you'd want for your brother what you want for yourself, innit? Yeah, so we know that this slogan here, all of it is hypocrisy. It might have been, someone might have made it in good intentions, but this is not what society practices. Yeah, and you look on Facebook, a lot of bad mind people, a lot of hatred in society, a lot of hypocrisy. And this slogan here is one of them. Now, my brother Adrian Scott, his intentions, may be well and good, but I'm just pointing out a fact. I'll get into it, yeah. So this is someone said, love the jumper. Someone also said, you can also go a lifetime without a haircut, bro. I mean, keep it up, bro. Love who you are. Right, so I've come along now, and remember, I didn't respond to the writing. I'm still responding to the post, because that message there is for all to see, and it's still part of the post. So this is what I said. I said, no offense intended, bro. I understand what you are saying. You love humanity and are against racism regardless of who commits the injustice, black or white. And I agree with you. But it doesn't negate the fact that we are living in a racist society run by people who are clearly racist. And in spite of your loving humanitarian beliefs, you are seen as belonging to a particular group called black, which is identified as IC3. That should be belonging, right? But you get what I mean, innit? The government endorsed this racial identity chart exercised by the police, which splits up humanity into different races. You're living in a tricky and very deceitful society where black women are 4 times more likely than white women to die during childbirth, and black males are 8 times more likely than white males to be stopped and searched. Ignoring this problem is not going to make it go away. Racism is a crime and should be treated as such, especially when innocent babies are not exempt from the stigma placed upon its skin color. Yeah, so this t-shirt, it's designed to ignore racism and stuff like that. Yeah, self-defense, peace is my weapon and stuff like that, and love is my religion, when even Christians don't agree. You got Muslims, you got like the Sunnis and the Shiites. So there's a whole heap of things that this t-shirt here, not t-shirt, hoodie, the message on it is designed is to ignore all these factors. Like, I don't see color and blah blah blah. But let me continue. So I've said that, yeah. And then this is the response that I got. So Adrian said, I have no idea what you're reading, my bro, but my post has 0 to do with racism and 100% to do with this scamdemic. And then his friend said, Cullum Barwick, this guy's out here complaining the police have codes to describe people. Come on, imagine trying to solve a crime when the only description of the suspect is they were human. Okay. So obviously I'm going to address what Adrian said first, and then I'm going to get back to this brother. So I told Adrian now. I was responding to the message on your t-shirt, which is designed to avoid the truth about race, color, and nationality until the subject of who founded ancient Egypt and the truth about who the children of Israel is brought up, or children of Israel are brought up. Then you see mainstream forcing the false image of Europeans on everyone. I tried to be respectful and non-offensive as I possibly could, but clearly it's impossible to speak the truth without offending others and causing division. This is what truth does, because it has no partiality, it doesn't take sides, and because of this, a lot of people try to speak in a a lot of people try to speak positively so as not to offend anyone, which only compounds the problem and makes matters worse, rather than speak the truth, which is less hypocritical and more beneficial. So bear with me that I meant to put the, or it could be a or whatever, but certain little mistakes there, which are minor, because you basically get the drift of what I'm saying in it. So race don't matter to people. Yeah, when people say I don't see color, or humanity is my race, but then when the topic of who were the ancient Egyptians, then you see how quick race matters. Who were the children of Israel? What is their nationality? What color were they? How did they describe themselves in the Bible? Because color might not matter to you, but colors in the Bible, how they describe themselves. Then you see how color does matter. So it's this is what I mean by hypocritical. So Adrian Scott's responded, innit? I don't know, man. I think you just need to vent, or a soapbox at Hyde Park, not entering topics I did not bring up on my post. I'm sure you mean well, but on this occasion, my bro. And I responded to Colin Barwick, who said I was complaining about the police. So I said, I wasn't actually complaining at all. I was just pointing out the fact that while some people claim not to see race and colour, we are living in a society that thrives on racism and don't mind practicing it at the same time, while at the same time hates anyone, black or white, exposing it. Anyone who denies this is just being disingenuous to the max, considering all the undeniable, incontrovertible and irrefutable evidence. And notice how instead of attacking the collective racist element in society, the person exposing it is attacked instead, which only further proves my point. In fact, there is more pressure to stop people talking about it than there is on those who actually practice it. And Colin responded, and what are you exposing? That the police use colour of people's skins to describe them. I mean, it's a pretty solid way to describe a person, kind of helping you trying to find the suspect. So Adrian's come out. But nobody claimed it on my post, bro. Unless you hit out at people who wear Nike and other Greek symbolism, who's got time to go through Facebook posts and pick out a line about someone's clothing, you'd be here forever. You so could have picked out Love Is My Religion. I'll do a post about that one day, and I would of course welcome your comments. PS, zero anger, tinges of humour though. So I could have picked out Love Is My Religion, but no, I picked out all of it. You get what I'm saying? I didn't just focus on one bit. Why am I picking out just one bit? What about the rest of it? So I'm addressing all of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So you want me to be, how could I put it? You want me to be non-confrontational kind of thing. To not, you know what I mean, confront it. Right, so my response here was, said, what's he say? Yeah. Vent out my anger. So then my response is, if that's the case, then your suggestion, where is it? Oh yeah, if that's the case, then your suggestion about a soapbox in Hyde Park applies to anyone, including yourself, who has a point of view, which is our democratic right. Plus, this is social media where we are all entitled to our own individual point of view. Therefore, to ostracize someone or single them out just because you disagree with them is pure bias and doesn't reflect tolerance and maturity. since we are supposed to be adults? He's replied, no, not to me. Never have I gone on someone's post and vented an essay about something not mentioned in the said post. It's a bit a waste of words. I have other posts addressing race. This isn't one of them, hence the soapbox. To be fair, you should go down to Speaker's Corner and indulge. Oh, okay, so because they're both coming at me, I'm addressing the one that's the last to be the first to be dressed in, and then the one after. So anyway, so I'm responding to his friend's previous comment in it. So I said, no, I'm not, because he's saying that I'm complaining about the police and identity, and if we didn't have identity codes, then what we gonna do? Do you know what I mean? Just say, oh, it was a human, right? So this is Callum I'm responding to now. So I said, no, I'm proving that we are living in a racist society run by a government that was voted in by the collective majority of people in Britain, in spite of the slogan about humanity is my race. That is my point. So I'm not complaining about the police. I'm just showing, I'm pointing out that we're living in a racist society. And then obviously I got back to Adrian's comment about I make an essay. I said I didn't make an essay. I made a statement in relation to the statement on your t-shirt, hoodie, I meant. And the only reason I can think of why you appear to be offended by it is because it makes you feel uncomfortable, as if you were scared, it's meant to be of there, scared of offending our white brothers and sisters. But if they were your friends, then they would understand. Nothing I said was disrespectful, false, or out of context with the actual post itself, which is why I am justified with my conclusion. He's responded, it's the longest statement I've ever read. I suggest you re-edit it to make it more statement-like. Then Kay's come out now, so, jumping on a bandwagon. I don't understand your comment. Did you get what post you were responding to mixed up with another one? So, this is KK being cynical, yeah? That's how she entered the argument, being cynical. So I've responded now. Well, if you don't understand my previous comments, then it proves without a shadow of a doubt that you are either disingenuous or your comprehension of the English language is very poor and needs upgrading. Therefore, jumping on the bandwagon while at the same time not having the ability to disprove anything I said is not impressive, and it doesn't negate the facts I already crystal clearly explained. Scott's come to the rescue now, innit? All these deliberately large words because of a hoodie, which had nothing to do with the words of my post. You're switching it now, but you put it there though. Why put the message there then? Next time I write a post, I'll be sure to wear a plain hoodie just for your purpose. Not sure what colour though, better make it a grey one, just to be safe. Okay, so they're co-signing one another, yeah? So I responded, I only made a comment which is based on incontrovertible, irrefutable, undeniable historical fact. And then the next thing I know, all emotions break loose. So I responded in like kind, innit? That's me being cynical. You know when people say all hell breaks loose? So that's my one. All emotions broke loose. So Scott's responded, haha, yeah. Your hate emotions is only true sometimes you do chat a righteous chat and truth. I'll allow your emotional outbursts on my page. I don't know what it means by the H. I suppose it, means just emphasis on the words. Then I responded, I feel you were genuine about the message on your hoodie, which I mistakenly referred to as a t-shirt, but now you sound like you are biting and barking for your master. So his response is, and now you sound completely deranged. Adios, amigo. Scott, I can't, KK, I can't take anymore. So he's like, I had to block the deranged lunatic Clinton, the lie hitman, for his own sanity. Nobody should spend so much time alone uttering the madness of a king. But yet all these people were complimenting me. And because they couldn't get the better of me intellectually, this is the result of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously you're carrying feelings to block someone. You could have just ended the conversation. Do you know what I mean? Okay, we agreed to disagree. But they didn't. He didn't want to agree to disagree. He was the one, you know what I mean, that responded. And then I had to defend my statement that I made. Do you know what I'm saying? So this was it. That was it. So this is the reason why me and him are no longer Facebook friends. But I just wanted to share with you what was going on. And remember I said about the date, how significant. The date is significant on this. Yeah. The date is significant on this because this was weeks before the Euro football, where the three black players, was it Saka, Sterling, and was it Rashford, missed the penalty, and then you see everything I said come to pass when those three professional football players, missed the penalty. They suffered untold racial abuse. And these people who were abusing them come from society. It's not just football. You can't just limit it to football. They came from society into the stadium. And some of them, their psychopathic racist behavior just proves my point. The hypocrisy of Priti Patel and Boris Johnson just proves my point. So you have a government, that's racist. And then, they try and show their concern. So they're against black people protesting, and white people, for a matter of fact. They're against people, period, protesting against racism. And then, they that's why they got criticised, didn't it, Boris Johnson and Priti Patel, because they criticised the protesters. And then when this football, when the Euro football took place and all the racism come out, they felt so embarrassed by it as so-called leaders, as Prime Minister and the Home Office, what's it called? Priti Patel, she's like the boss of the Home Office, innit? They felt so embarrassed, that they had to show some concern and speak out against the racism that occurred. When weeks prior to that, they was criticising the protesters for protesting against inequality in society and racism and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So this happened weeks before. So everything I said in this post was true. Yeah. And this slogans like this couldn't stop the racism. Yeah. And the government that we have in power now, in office now, was voted in by the collective majority of people. Yeah. When a government wins an election, there's a whole heap of votes, people voting for them. Yeah. So with all due respect, in terms of this country, black people are a minority, even though we are the majority of people on the planet. But in Britain, in America, in Europe, we are the minority. So, you know what I mean? When we vote, it makes a difference, but it's swallowed up by the majority. You see what I'm saying? And they know how racist their government is. You know what I mean? You know how much papers were sold when Boris Johnson was making his racist comments about pickaninnies or something like that, watermelons or whatever, and you know, the Muslim women looking like letterboxes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So so when I see messages like this, slogans like this, I question it. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's my democratic right. It doesn't mean I'm anti England. What, can't I criticize? Can't I have a right not to like the administration that's in the government? I'm still patriotic. I still love my country. You know what I mean? I was born in this country, and this country was here before the Anglo-Saxons came here. So when I say I love my country, I love the land, because, you know, Africa isn't the be all and end all of this planet. Africa is part of the planet. So I love all of the creation. You see what I'm saying? But see, the administration now is what I don't like. You see what I'm saying? And when you have people that defend, I don't see colour, or I don't see it, that's the weak element in society. That's how injustices occur. And people like turn a blind eye, or their response is weak. Do you know what I'm saying? And people like, you know, deaths in police custody and stuff like that. Then you get you talk to these people that champion, you know, race. I don't see racism and stuff like that. And you know, their response is weak. You know, so with all due respect to my brother Adrian Scott, I've got nothing against him. It's just a debate, and we have a difference of opinion, and I'll just sharing our debate on my platform, because this is his platform, so I'm sharing it on my platform, and people can make up their own minds. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this was before the Euros, so before football went to Italy, to Rome, and didn't come home to Britain. You know what I mean? All emotions broke loose. You know what I mean? They forgot about race is my humanity is my race, love is my religion. No, they was dealing with hate. They was dealing with tribalism, racism. They was dealing with violence. Yes? All right then. Peace out, people.